Okay, hello everyone! We are going to be telling the great tales of Tevlvon, my world, and where I come from. And also drawing this amazing picture that has to do with our first chapter that I have compiled. And the first chapter, of course, creation. The creation of my world. The creation of my people. Well, the creation of every of every Tevlvon. So first off, let me show this picture that we currently have, right? So these are all of the great mighty gods that we have, because without them, we wouldn't be here. So yeah, without all of these guys, nice. I like how you tried to say nice so many times, Ronan. Yes, the glorious misspelling has already begun. But yeah, so so today we're going to be showing off all of these gods, and yes, I will be pointing out which god is which so that it's very easy to figure it out. But right now, let's put these all in a separate layer. There we go. And oh wait, where's the symmetry one? There we go. Father. What? Okay. Okay, chat. So anyways, let us what? I just type faster and you rely on autocorrect. Same, dude. Same. I typed these up like this stuff pretty fast. So anyways, to begin with everything. Everything needs a beginning and everything needs an end. So we are going to be starting with the background. So let me put this template. So the most of the work that I have collected from my world, there are many debates on everything, because everything has, everything has a debate to it, literally everything is a debate, and some pages have been torn, some things have been lost, history is all over the place. So let us all start from the beginning of what we have. In Tevlvon, everyone agrees, every historian, every Kiesh historian. I am a Kiesh from we'll talk about the 7 races that there are, or seven ethnicities of Tevlvons. We'll talk about them later on. But Kiesh are mostly the historians and knowledge keepers, and I am a Kiesh. And many Kiesh historians do start at the very beginning, and that is with the darkness of the void. And it's just the void. The void is the beginning, it is the end, it is this blackness, it is going to be our background, it is everything, anything, nothing. It's everywhere and everything all at once. If you don't know that reference, become a good more better movie snob. But within that void, there was a spark. And that spark created 2 beings. Our first 2 beings. And those beings, hold on. Hold on. I get it. Yeah. So the void, yeah, so we're slowly building it up, with each part of this. So the void was just the void. There was nothing. Imagine that there was no sketches here. It was just plainly this. It's just nothing. And then came a spark, and that spark created the first 2 great deities. The first deity was the deity Solar, who became the creator of the sun and fire and warmed the world, the area around him, all around them. And next, of course, because there are two sparks, even though there is one spark, another piece came from it, which was the solar reflection, which became the goddess Lunar. So solar and lunar. Be right back. Gonna get some ice water. Of course, you gotta chill out with these. So I'm gonna just try and draw these in. I'm not gonna do much detail because this is meant to kind of be a fast sketch drawing. So these are gonna be all blocked out stuff, and then I'll go back and do some more detail later. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let me name this. Ah. There you go. So then we got from the spark back. Yeah, you're just in time. So from the spark we got solar over here and lunar. And there was nothing else besides these two. That's all there was. And then from these two, they began to have gravitational things and started pulling things towards them. And from it, matter came. And that matter began to cultivate itself into its own being and became Lethal, the creator of matter. So all the matter in the world is created by this gorgeous deity. And I have met Lethal once. She was awesome. She's pretty. They're pretty chill. They're pretty amazing. Pretty awesome. Pretty great. I will say though, you piss them off. If you piss Lethal off, you're not gonna have a good time. But yeah, so next came Lethal, and they basically all matter began to cultivate and like make them into more of a solid being, but still they have like fragments of there. Have you guys seen Eternals? And you see how like big the Celestials are? Yeah, Lethal is about that size. I felt tiny in her hand. And yes, I have met Lethal before, and they're awesome. They're cool. They're pretty chill. You know, they kind of just do their own thing. Oh, hi, Art. Hi! You just came in at the right time. We're just going through the story. And each time that we go through the story, a part of this gets colored in, so you can join along. So far, we have the void, which is the beginning of everything. Percy Jackson God size? Nah, man. Percy Jackson God size. There's more. There's bigger. Lethel's bigger. Oh yeah, congrats on your debut, Ray. I loved it. It was great. I'm sorry I had to leave in the middle of it. But Ray, actually, I got good news. I didn't want to say it in your stream because but earlier that day, like literally before you started streaming, I got a job. I am now an official worker, and I can still stream and do the job because it's remote. So I can set up my own hours for what needs to get done. And because I take 2 days off for streaming, that's like when probably most of the chunk that I get job. We got a job. Yes, Jose and I actually are working together in a profession. Yeah, it's really nice. But he does actually want to meet us in person at one point, but that'll be later on. And he's my new boss, and I basically have the same energy, and like we're pretty much on equal terms with a lot of things. So that's really great to get a boss that's like. And like actually before stream he called me because he was like because I had emailed him something that he needed to fill out, and and he's like, I can't do this right now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to stream, dude. So I had to take it. Already knows where I live. Yes, I do. But anyways, so in terms of the stream, you just came in at the right time, Ray. We actually haven't gotten into the entirety of everything. Le gasp. Yeah, we haven't gotten into the entirety of everything, so I can just start off. So we just began with telling the everything from the beginning of how my world was created. So first there's the void, which is the background of this beautiful art piece. And every time that we talk about something, of course we add to the art piece. And you just missed the spark, which created solar and lunar. And now we're talking about Lethal. And Lethal is the creator of, they are the deity of matter itself. So like atoms, particles, everything. They are the deity of that. Because solar and lunar, everything started to gravitate towards them within the void. Basically, all nothingness came to them and started to condense into matter, and Lethal was born from it. So yeah, Lethal was born of the void. She's called a born of the void because she came from the void, along with Solar and Lunar are also born from the void. It just also means that they are very, very high up in tier of like godliness. I am not that. I might be the deity of storms, but I am not born of the void. I was ascended to godhood. So that means that I am actually not as powerful as them. So technically, they're my bosses. They're my bosses. But anyways, so you haven't missed much, Ray. And now we're moving on away from Lethal. From this, I'm gonna be adding in some more detail later. You're fired. No. So ascended like my stream avatar a couple of streams ago. Yes. But yeah, so now we have Lethal here. And Lethal was going around about her business, and they're just like, I want to make something with the matter that I'm able to control. And so they started making something. And they took together a bunch of different mass and just pushed and pulled it and created things, and they started then carving into it, which created the world's rivers, lakes, mountains, streams, valleys, everything was created. And that is how we got our beautiful little world. The world of Tevlvon. Don't worry, I know I'm coloring it green. Don't worry about it. It'll look like how it's supposed to in a sec. So yeah, Tevlvon began to be created. With all of its mountains, mountainous regions. Hold on. Land with all of its land. Hold on, let me make a clipping mask. Hold on. I'm creating the world of Tevlvon. And then, of course, this is going to get changed to some blue. Oh, actually, it's more of like a greeny blue. Yeah, our waters are a little unique here. There we go. We'll talk about this area in a second. All right, and these are there. There we go. Yep, that shall be correct. Right? Yes. Okay. Yes, this is my world. Look at it. It's all green and stuff. And yes, our waters are a little bit greeny than they are blue, like how like how Earth is. Earth is very different, but it has same properties. Dude. So yeah, and then so our world began to be created, but singing stream do 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 do. Yeah. I funny enough, I did take some singing classes when I was younger. I can't sing right now because my voice is still a little shot from being sick. So fortunately, no singing streams for a while. But I can do 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 do. Anyways, so that's our world. But the thing is that our world didn't exactly look like this. Not at first. At first, you want to know what it really looked like? It looked like this. Hold on. That was all it looked like. Just a potato. Yeah, a potato. It looked about a potato. It's just dark. This, like nothing. Like nothing was here. But Lethal thought that they had a failure, that this was not going to make anything. Never mind French fries. That this was not going to make anything. So what ended up happening is Lethal started crying. And when Lethal started crying, their tears began to fill the oceans and the rivers and the lakes. And with that came green to the lands. But also within it came a voice. And that voice became the Grand Lord of Water, who was born from Lethal's tears. No, no, stop. Now you guys are gonna make me hungry. So that, yeah, the god of water, or the Lord of water, and his name, or their name, was Orseus. So Orseus was born from Lethel's tears and came from the water. Now, it might be like, but there's still more to this. Yes, there is more. There's much, much more. Oh, here, let me type. I'll type out the names later. It's spelled Orcios, or Cios. Orcios actually means ocean in Tevlvon language, because Lord Orcios. Um, so yeah, Orcios. Get it? No. Yes, yes and no. Yes and no. But yeah. But anyways. So Orseus was created. And when Lethal had brought this little itty bitty planet to the other two deities, Solar and Lunar, Solar became a lot more fascinated in this little planet that Lethal had created, and became very infatuated with Orseus. And so Solar and Orseus had 7 other gods that became the material gods of the world. Was it delivered with prime ship? Stop this. I'm gonna start making the other gods. I'm not. I don't care anymore. But I'm a material. No material girl here. Material god. So there are 7. So there are 7 material gods. I just realized I forgot to make a art piece for another thing. The material girl god. No. What have I created? Oh gosh. But yes, so there are 7 material girl gods. There. Are you happy? I have been beaten into submission. But yes, there were 7. 7 of them in total. And now we're gonna sketch them out and draw them. I will say that there are some conflicting ideas. Thinking that Solar and Lunar actually both had created the 7, but no, there are. I can attest. It was Solar and Orseus that had it. So there were 7. So let me get to the 7. So yeah, so they had 7 children. That really began to shape that of Tevlvon. So the first one was Tyra, the deity of tides. So we are going to make Tyra. And where is she? Where did I put Tyra? I think Tyra is here. I forget where I put them. The gods, material girls. Yes, Starbucks. No. By the way, just so you guys know, all these gods are dead. I will be talking about that later on, but so just so you guys know. Dead? Yes, I am the reincarnate. The dead material, go gods. Yeah, so I am actually the reincarnated soul and being of what was left of the god Siren, who we shall talk about in a minute. But first, we're going to talk about the firstborn, which is Taira, the goddess of tides, who a friend of mine is the reincarnation of her. And she controls all of the tides and everything to do with the sea. So the tides are her thing. Just imagine this being a whale, okay? This is a whale. Shush, shush. It's a whale. Who, friend? Tell. Right. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Unless. I'm joking. A gotcha whale? No! Stop. But look how tiny that whale is to Taida. So this is Taida. Next came Roal. Roal is the ruler of rocks. He'll beat you. Unless inserts her in lore. Ray's reincarnation. I'm sorry, Ray. Just a theory. A game theory. Sorry. Yes! Thanks for watching. This is gonna go up on YouTube. Ray, I'm sorry, but unfortunately, now you are Ray's accidentally canceling my story now. I will say, Ray, it was a happenstance and an accident. I'm clipping that for sure. Okay, yeah, boys. Yeah, boys, game theory, here we go. So let's make the god of rocks, eh? Do it. Yes. Dwayne the Rock God Johnson. Maybe. No, I'm joking. I will say when we put the detail in, it'll be a lot easier to read this, but yeah. He's supposed to be like going, like, you know, putting his. He's supposed to be puffing out his chest and everything. He's a big dude. He's supposed to be big and massive. And he has 2 sets of arms for some unknown reason. No one knows why. So we have Raal, and then we have next is Even. Even is the deity of the deity of all that grows. Oh my gosh, I love it. I said Pot Figures released today, but I broke. Aww. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Ooh, a shiny. No, they're not a Cespion. They're not an Espeon, okay? They have antlers, but you can't see it. Quick question. Yes? What is your question, sir? Alright, do you have a YouTube? Yes, I do! I do have a YouTube. Have I been posting on the YouTube? No! No, I haven't. I need to. I have a backlog of videos that I need to post up and schedule, and I keep fucking forgetting to post them up. Hold on. I need to put this sticky note on here, or else I will fucking forget later. Okay, there you go. That's for work. Tell if what he said was true. I just made a new video. Yes, you did. I have like a section for clips and highlights, but I haven't fucking put them up there on my YouTube channel yet, which I will be. But I basically right now have just all of the VODs that I record. So I record all my VODs and then I put them on YouTube. So if you're watching from YouTube, you can watch me live on Twitch. Shameless self-promotion. Shameless self-plug. Sorry, not self-promotion, self-plugging. Anyways, next is, ooh, I can't find it. Yeah, I know. I don't know why for some reason that can't be found. Because like even when I was like on other accounts, I tried to like look it up. If you can't find it, it's linked at least in my about. If you go to my about and you click on the little link tree, it will link you there to it. So yeah, at least I have that. But I think it's just because I don't have a lot of subscribers. And because I don't have a lot of subscribers, it ends up just not getting found. But I try and use like the same name across everything, and even still, like for some reason, it just doesn't pop up. But yeah. Anyways, so next is our great deity, the deity that all Kiesh worship, which is Siren. They are the deity of all that flies, that all that is within the sky. So basically, that's why they're the deity of storms and lightning and air. I only have 27, but mine still pops up when you search it. Weird. Yeah, I don't know why mine doesn't. It's super weird. Yeah, so next is the deity of the sky. Maybe add like official at the end of it and it might pop up. Maybe, but I don't know. I actually have searched for it before on a different account, and for some reason it just doesn't pop up. I don't know why it doesn't, cause like it's weird. I think it's just being stupid. Yes. Anyways, this is my deity. This is Siren. And next we have, no, not a flipping mess. And next we have, Fear. Fear is the deity of all of magma and basically everything that's on fire. I will say if I ever met this person, and I will say if I ever met this god, I probably would have been incinerated, considering that they really hated Siren. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. F-E-R. Fear. And I will say they striked fear in everybody. They were very, very fierce. Oh no. Why? Because they were very hot-headed. Because they are the deity of magma and fire. But fear because of fire. Oh, no. Fire in our world is Ferent, and it's spelled F-E-R. So yeah, it comes from that. We spell it differently. Yeah, mine. This is a different language. It's not English. It is not the English language. It's our language. So things are going to be spelled way differently. Mostly, I think it comes from the word fear. What's this? Fere. Because of how much fear they striked into people's hearts. I still thought it was funny. Yeah. FedEx, super scary. Yeah. Fucking FedEx, man. But yeah, you do not want to mess with this one. You think Roel is bad. No. Fear was worse, apparently. And I will say that they didn't give a shit. I'm just like making some magma. Ignore it. This is the magma. It's really bad. By the way, Luno is having problems with his internet. So yeah, I know. I realize. I know that. At least I do have one mod on today. But yeah. So next. No, I keep doing that. Next is. Oh yeah, Elge. Elge is is the ruler of the land. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, you know what? No, I'm just gonna. Nope, wrong. Wrong color. Extra E on the end. Or no, actually no, that's right. No, actually how you spelled it the first way is actually correct. You got it right. Hooray! Star pupil right there. Star pupil, Ronan. You are a star pupil. I just realized, Ronan, if you actually were in our belief system, you probably would actually believe in in even. Even is this one in the middle, because they are the ruler of everything that grows. They are the deity of all growth. So Ronin trees, they will be in charge of that, of growing Ronin trees. Pog, pog. Yes, super pog. Like soup pog. Wiggles. Oh, the wiggles. This is supposed to be a mountain on their head. It doesn't look right, but they wear a mountain on their head. Um, and the last deity, the last of the seven, is the last of the seven deities is a one that's unknown. Like literally, we do not know this name. This name hasn't been found or written down anywhere. So we actually have no record or idea to what their name was at all, or even what kind of deity that they were. Some have speculated that this deity has something to do with souls. But then it's like, well, we technically have another god for that, so we have no idea where the hell this god was. But we do know that there were seven. But for some reason, this one was kind of left out of everything. We don't know if something happened, if something was torn up, what if misplacing, wars, burned it away. We have no idea. We do, though, have some sort of description of them, which is good. They are described with very large, thick back horns, face partially covered with an angular hood. And they were very, very mysterious and always kept themselves. We do have a location of where they lived, which was actually in the caverns deep, where it's very, very far away. We also do know that they had a particular object that they would keep close to them at all times, which is this orb. If you don't know what this orb is or don't remember this orb, you will probably know what this orb is. And yes, it is orb. Orb is orb. I think Luthador introduced you guys to orb yesterday. This is same orb. However, this god we do not know much of within writing. Yes, you do remember orb? Yeah. The orb. Oh my god, yes! Orb! Yes, orb! So anyways, so I'm gonna continue on. So from these seven, they helped in creating the world, our world of Tevlvon. And there were some things that happened in this world. So what ended up happening is that many other gods, of course, were sprung up, just came into an existence through the birth of Tevlvon. It is also said that sometimes these seven did have children with each other. How has Orb survived so long? That is actually a tale that we will tell later. So do not worry. It is actually going to be in chapter 2. In chapter 2, we are going to finally talk about, first off, who that god was, and second off, we're also going to be talking about Orb. And eventually, later on down the line, we will be talking more about Orb and this god. The god did create Orb, so Orb is technically a deity as well. Orb is like a minor deity. So yeah. So just so you guys know, Orb is a minor deity that has always been a subservient of this deity, and Luthador actually happens to also be a reincarnation of that deity. So I'm the reincarnation deity of Siren, and then all of my other friends from Tevlvon, from the world of Tevlvon, are also reincarnations of these seven deities. Because we have been without them for a while, and we will be discussing that in chapter. Which chapter is it? Chapter 5. Chapter 5. So day 5 of doing this, we will be talking about what happened to these seven gods, why they died, how they died, and who exactly is the seven is that god. So like there's a lot. But we actually aren't even done with the story of creation because it goes on further. So there are many other gods that were created from this. Hold on, let me pull up a new because I was not prepared today to do this because like a bunch of things were happening, getting a job, doing all that stuff. So I was not very much prepared today. I don't know why, but anyways, we're gonna pull up a new one. And we're going to also make it black. Ah, no, not that. There you go. Now we have our black. So yeah, we don't really know exactly what this last god was. However, we do know the order of these, and yeah, I got to go have a stream. Okay, good. Go and have a good stream. I'll see you later, dude. Oh. So eventually, later on, within the world of Tevlvon, there was a second spark that happened that created two other gods. And let me get the symmetry tool up because it needs to be symmetrical. And I need to change the color on this to be like lighter. There we go. That's I guess even enough. Not where I wanted to put this. And this we're gonna make now slightly darker. Perfect. So from the void came a second spark. So this was the second time that something sparked, and created two more deities. And those deities were, I'm gonna make them reflective of each other. So the first one, well, they were kind of both born at the same time, so they're twin. Technically, they're twins, but God stuff and deity stuff is all different. Hello, we're on the second spark, which is the second gods. Mm. And these two ended up being twins. No, they are not connected together. They just are twins. They are twin gods. But here, let me just, there we go, divide them. So yeah. So these two are twin gods. We got the god of chaos on one side. So I'm going to do this. So we have hold on. So we have all of chaos. Where is a brush I can use that will probably do better? Da 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 da. Well, here I'm going to make a bunch of different colors, all mixing together. Mixy mixies. Do 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 do. Blend these all together. Is there? Here we go. So yeah, this is chaos, and the idea of chaos is much different than how humans actually identify with chaos. Chaos is not a bad thing. Chaos is all the energy around us. It is the source of magic. So with the bringer of chaos brought the idea of magic to what would eventually become Tevvons. And there is a reason to why we are called Tevvons. We're going to be going over that, but right now I'm trying to draw all the chaos. So this is all the magic. This is all everything and nothing at the same time. So chaos was kind of like the embodiment of what the void was. And by the way, whenever we say the void, it's not just void. It's the void. It's like something. It's more specific. It's like right on the nose. The void. And on the opposite side of that, so the creator of, or the person of chaos, or the embodiment of that chaos that was around in the void, became known as Rafir. And then we also had Tevlvon. And Tevlvon became the creator god of all that is living, of all the souls and beings of Tevlvon. And that included the creation of Tevvons. Now, at first, they didn't create Tevvons right off the back, but rather they found somebody else. They found a deity who called himself Tevlvon, and Tevlvon was the deity of a substance that was like a curse, and kind of like it basically ate land. It basically kind of destroyed and created land into its own. It was like a virus. It was kind of like a living, creative virus that Tevlvon was the embodiment of, and that thing was called the Taint. Think of the Taint from Minecraft, Thaumcraft, Yummy Land. No. So, Tevlvon met Tevlvon and asked Tevlvon, like, you know, because Tevlvon went around in the land throughout the entirety of the land. Oh my gosh, wrong brush. Throughout the entirety of the land, and created all of the souls and beings of the land. And yet, even though that they had created like a lot of different things, there was like a feeling deep down that they weren't finished yet. Like something there, it wasn't done yet. It wasn't completed. And off in the distance, I'm going to draw a Taint land. And of course, our resident tainty fellow, Tevlvon. Now, of course, Tevlvon had no control over the Taint to just take and take and take. So most of the gods wanted to kill off Tevlvon. But Tevlvon was fascinated with the creation that the Taint was. So they decided, let's figure out a way I can create something that'll block the Taint from expanding from where it currently is. And so that's why on the land, when you look at our world, there are these Taint areas. This is where the Taint stopped. This Taint island over here is the domain of Tevlvon, meaning you cannot go there. Do not go there. Tevlvon is a very doesn't like to talk with many people, and there's a slight chance that he will kill you. Most likely will kill you and can kill you. They do not completely like Tevvons, so usually that place is pretty much forbidden for Tevvons to go to. But Tevlvon, well, actually no, Tevlvon, the god of Tevvons, used to go there a lot. and talk with Tevlvon, and they built up a relationship, a rapport. Um, but so they didn't want them to die, so they made a compromise and they created the silver trees of Tev. Because Tevlvon, Tev. Yeah, they were not original. So these trees began to block and just blocked the taint from moving any further than where it currently was. Like a border. Now, of course, there's more. There's like more trees, but so yeah, there's lots of trees. It's just a whole border of trees. But it is also a sacred place, and you cannot go into the trees unless. Well, I have been there once, but that's because I'm a deity. I'm allowed to go in there. But usually regular Tevlvons would not be able to go in there. It's a sacred place. Because again, Tevlvon may kill you. So he really does not like people coming into his territory. So they're very, very Tevlvon is very territorial. Just do not go anywhere near Taint, or else you will be murked. But Tevlvon ended up like talking with Tevlvon and saying like, I feel like there's more. Like I can create more. I want to do more than just what I've already done so far. And so Tevlvon is just like, well, I feel that this taint is part of me. Maybe you need to make something that's part of you. And that's where they came up with the idea of creating beings in the image of the gods. So Tevlvon went around to all of the different gods and created the 7 races, the 7 tribes, 7 people of Tevlvon. And actually, they only created 6. The 7th one was created later because of something that happened. So only 6 actually came into being. The 7th one was born from something else. And we will be talking about that, actually, next chapter. So don't worry about that. So when they were creating, when Tevlvon was creating the gods, they went around to all the different other gods, and they created each of them in an ideal fashion of what each of the gods were. So I'm gonna go first with my race. So first we have, of course, Kiesh. And Kiesh originally looked like this. And they were very tiny, just, very small, like, we fit in their hands like this. So the first to be created, or not really first, but we're just making them first, was Kiesh. And Kiesh used to have very large wings and big, brilliant horns. And we would fly and fly in the sky high above, overseeing all that there was within the skies, just as our deity does, just as Siren does. And next, and oh yeah, I forgot to add water in here. Oops. I forgot to add some water for the next part of this, because we do have more people. I forgot the Mergs. Yeah. So next came the people of the sea, which were called Merdians. And Meridians looked like all kinds of wildlife and creatures. And yes, they can look like our dear friend Ray. This is a terrible, terrible drawing. I'm so sorry. Just, they're very terrible. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna edit them. I'm gonna edit them later. Um, but these are more like places, like placing them. So there's a Merdens, and then oh, I forgot to draw mountains. Damn it! Imagine no mountains. Oh. I forgot to draw mountains. I know this art is really shitty. It's very, very sketchy because it's just sketches. So from mountains high, yeah, this is all sketch work. And on the mountains came the Goliaths. And these guys are huge. They're massive. Like I would be here to this guy. Like they are huge things. They are very huge people. And then and then for the god of fire came the Fierce. And they have like beautiful like fiery hair. I don't know why their hair is like, oh, either their hair looks like is on fire or their hair looks like it's on fire. So like some parts of their hair can be like a tad on fire. And like it like imagine Hades from Hercules, kind of like that, or only like a bit of it is. So like they can hide their hair back and then like their ponytail is like holding on fire. Like it's very interesting that a part of them is like literally on fire. Um so next came the Fears, or the Yelans for fear, and for Elge. Now for Elge, they got your typical Tolkien elves. Like I'm talking like elves, like elves live in the forest kind of thing. They have nice, like really big, long, pointed ears. Very, 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 very ethereal like. And trust me, they are just like the they're like so elegant, prim, and proper. And I hate them. Everyone does. Everyone hates them. Um and and the last ones were the Firen. which is weird. You would think that the Firin would be for fear, but no, apparently the Yalans are for fear, and the Firin are for even. Or what? Like, literally, we don't know how this happened, but that's how the names came up to be. We have no freaking idea how that happened. But that's what ended up happening. And most of these guys have animalistic parts. So they're like humanoid, but also look like people. And we all live together within our own ways. In our own different lands, own different regions and areas. And once each of the beings had been created, Tevlvon did bring life into them. And from there, Tevvons were created, and Tevlvon became the deity of all Tevvons. And that's where we get our name from. It's from Tevlvon. And yeah, and that's the end of the creation. I will be working on these, like, on the side and trying to create them into full artworks. But they are very sketchy right now. But yeah, so these are all of our deities. And this is the second spark of creation that created all of Tevvons. Cool. And next chapter is going to be called, the next chapter, just to kind of go over it, the next chapter is going to be called Kiesh Falls and the Unknown Deity Gains Tevvons. Because, if you didn't realize, there's only 6 here, but I said that there's 7. So where's the 7th one? And we do have a 7th deity. So how did they get a Tevvon? We will be talking about that and discussing that in the next chapter, along with that of a few things about Kiesh and who we are and who we used to be, and how did we go from having these big glorious wings and horns to not having horns at all and not having wings at all anymore. And yeah, we will be discussing that next time. So yeah, that's the end of that. I was gonna do some more artwork and stuff, but unfortunately I don't really have much. So does anyone have like any questions that they want to bring up or anything like that? I know this is really, really big and boring. Probably very, very big and boring. But yeah. Just so you all know, I only have up to chapter 3 written, like compiled. Not written. I have chapter 3 written. Somewhat. Chapter 3 is probably going to be the longest one, just because there's a lot that happens. And you might want to grab your tissues for that one. But yeah, so I can tell you guys all the different chapters and what their names are. So chapter 2 is Kiesh Falls. And we'll talk about that, the Kiesh falling. Chapter 3 is The Tides Die and Stars Rise. Chapter 4 is Blight and Division. We're going to be talking about what blight is and what blights are and what blightons are, which I have actually referenced before. And the last one is The Rise of Tevlvon, a deity, and just also so happens to be the father of Luthador. And we will be talking about that in the next one, like in chapter 5. So like 5 days after this, we'll be talking about this. So yeah, that's the creation story of how not only our world was created, but also how Tevvons were created. So yeah. But I will say, it only gets but darker from here. I'm not even joking. From like, all this was very nice, but now from here on out, it's gonna be nothing but kind of dark and not extremely 18 plus. Darker, yes, it will get darker. It will get very, very much darker from here on out. Hold on. So yes, it's going to get much darker. It's just not it's not our stories. There are some nice ones, but at the same time, some of them, even though that they have good endings, do have some darkness within them, just like anything does. And it's a lot. It's really a lot. Okay. Sorry, I just got an email from my job that I need to do. But yeah, so I think I I know it seems weird to end this so early, but these are going to be kind of shorter streams than per usual. So yeah, I will say it's because I'm like trying to think of like what else I can do, but it's because I wasn't very well prepared, or else I'd be like talking more about different things. But but yeah, so that's the end of this story time. Next time will be a lot longer, and I will try and prepare more for it. So I'll be spending this weekend probably sketching up more and making sure that I got like a really good solid art piece, so that then we can actually be continuing on with these art pieces. Because I will say, um, kind of need to start, well, one, kind of working on my job, but secondly, um, I just kind of need to I think like I've been doing a lot of fairly long streams, and I think like having some more calmer streams and like just relaxing art streams are probably going to be a lot better. Here, let me close this out. Right now, you can open it up. Like, phone, go away. But yeah, so things do only get darker from here in the Tevlvon storyline. And yeah, this is such a short stream. But if you guys have any questions for next time, like about the world, and don't worry, you don't really need to know the other. If you come in on like a different story, you don't really need to know the other stories in order to know what's going on, because it will be talked about. So I'll give like a brief summary of like what happened last time, and what you need to know, what you don't need to know. And for the most part, this creation story literally is just a bunch of name dropping, for if anything. Yeah. So, but Ray, do you want to be okay? Question for you, Ray. Do you want to be canonically in this from this world? Because technically, we actually do have a race called Meridians that. But you already gave your backstory, and your backstory is that you're like you're Spider-Man, but with a ray, a radioactive ray, and then became Ray. The sure, I have no lore, so look it up. Okay, cool, great. I made it up in like 2 seconds. Ray ate human flesh and turned into human. No! Okay then, Ray. I guess you're gonna be part of our lore, so that'll definitely come up later. Because actually, I will be discussing a story about like some things that happened. But Ray, then you are the reincarnation of the goddess Tyra, the goddess of the tides. So you can push and pull the tides. Ray was a baby stingray who accidentally sucked on A bottle of glue and developed a taste for it. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's go. That's so cute. Yes. Okay, the thing is, hold on. I can actually show you some early designs that let me actually show you some early designs cuz I was going to make a web comic. Let me show you some of the earlier designs that I actually had for this character. And by the way, they were supposed to be shorter than me. I'm 5'7" and they're supposed to be 5 even. So unironically, you totally match their description. Just unironically, just a huge coincidence. And like, seriously, it ended up being just a massive coincidence that this happened. Oh my gosh, what did I name her? She did have a name. Oh yeah, here we go. So these are some very early on sketches of her, but unironically, she did have off the shoulders a lot of the time, and she was supposed to be small and cute. And I was basing her off of different creatures, different like water creature. Oh my god, these are cute. I love them. Us hanging out with Ray, IRL, and Ray is below her sightline. Where's Ray? We were destined to meet up. I know we were. So yeah, you're the deity of water and tides. So you're now a god. Well, technically, I'm actually not short. Lol. Wait, I lied. Oh no. Yes. Okay. Well, technically, average height in Tevlvons, like average height for Tevlvons, is 6 feet. That's for females. Ray is secretly 6'4". But yeah, that's like literally, Ray. It's such a coincidence that you happen to become my friend, and then this happened. So, how the turntables turn. Like seriously, but yeah. So these are like the first iterations, and I did actually have it that you would see their feet. Ah. But I was gonna have them be like cute and adorable, and that actually they are supposed to be set up like to be really good friends with me. So yeah, like, and I was gonna make a whole web comic and stuff. So yeah, this really worked out like really greatly. So it's really funny that this happened. So yeah, but yeah, so I might. So Ray now canonically deity of tides. Now you got to put that in your bio, Ray. You got to put that in your bio. You got you got to you got to put that in your bio, Ray. You got to say, okay, we've changed my lore up a little bit. Thanks to art, we've changed it up. So here, let me put it in Ray lore. Till That's actually such a cute lore. I should have asked you before my debut. Haha. Yeah, so let me explain to you exactly what your lore is, cuz how I've set this character up. I don't know how to do sheesh. So the lore like for you hold on, tell me nt water and tides. Oh, I just real okay. So, right. So this is your lore. You are, you are. Um, you are the reincarnation of what was left over of the goddess Tida, Tida, goddess of tides. Um, Hi Debbie. Yeah. So you're so that's so you're basically the reincarnation of this person here. Don't worry, I'm gonna be drawing them out a lot better. You're not an exact recreation of reincarnation, of course, but we are gonna be talking about it later on in the lores. Um, but our connected lore is that some shit happened and we needed to band together in order to do stuff. Um, and that we band together in order to fight off evil. And in doing so, we had to gain and remember who we were in the past, and we basically became deities. But we both agreed to live out our mortal lives, and that when we die, we ascend to godhood. So technically, we're not dead. We're not deities yet. But you basically are able to control all. Like you're like Aquaman. Aquaman. You're like Aquaman. Love it. Yeah. So basically, you can talk to a bunch of sea creatures. However, in order for you to be, thank you, Daddy. So yeah, not Aquaman. You're kind of Aquaman. You can basically, well, all technically all Meridians can communicate with sea life, but you can control all of the waters and the ocean and all of that. And also, um, in your canon lore, you're actually a priestess. You're actually the priestess of the seas. So you're basically like Kokomi from Genshin Impact and Aquaman. Yeah, so we were talking about my lore, and and Ray now is a part of the lore. So Ray and I are now connected. We're both from the same world. We're both Tevlvons now. Ray, you're now a Meridian. Meridian. What's the lore for? The lore is just lore. It's it's lore. It's written lore. I like wrote it all up. So this is all my lore for my world because eventually I'm gonna be making a web comic. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. No. Now, there is now besides lore, um, there is something that kind of needs to be discussed on this stream that has been a common occurrence that has been happening, and I have kind of had it up to here with it. And I should have addressed this a lot sooner, and I haven't, and I should have, but I never thought it would actually come down to this. So I'm going to just say this right now. So unfortunately, this is outside of our normal lore stuff and everything, but this needs to be said. Um, and Ray, I'm sorry that you're going to be having to witness this, but unfortunately, this needs to happen. I didn't want to make this public, but talking with my mods and other people, unfortunately, it has to be. In or just because it it needs to be like recorded for prosperity reasons, and also just some other stuff. But anyways, so I am a content creator. I stream what I want to stream. I create what I want to create. And my area and my space is for coziness, for escapism, for just talking about funny, stupid, idiotic topics, and not for discussing debates, outward topics that are controversial, um, and a lot of other things that have been brought into this stream that have actually sent people away. And I know that plenty of people immediately get turned off when it is brought up, and they end up becoming the only person talking in chat because no one else wants to talk about that stuff. And I have warned you, and I have told you not to bring that stuff in, and you have ignored that several times, and I didn't want it to come to this, but unfortunately it needs to come to this. And before you say I'm calling you out as a monster, my mod has called you out on it, and we are both sick and tired of you coming in here and just kind of disrupting and disrailing my stream. Because this space, I want it to be comfortable not only for me, but for everybody else. And you have come in here and made it uncomfortable, not only for myself, but also for everyone around me. And they have expressed to me through DMs, actually communicated with me about their dislike of you and what you bring in. And unfortunately, you are going to get banned for it. And if I do see you go into other people's streams and do exactly what you did to me, I will tell them. And because all of these are recorded, I have the proof to show them what you are. And what you are is a person that wants to come in and make the stream your stream. It's not yours. It's our stream. It's the community and us stream, not yours. You have come in here trying to spread your own topics and your opinions. I am not a debate streamer. I am not a news streamer. I am an artist, a creator, and a person that just wants to create a cozy environment for escapism away from those kinds of topics. Yes, we do appreciate and understand your input, but at the same time, it is not the input that is wanted within this space. If you want to put that input somewhere, put it in a place that it is like wanted. So unfortunately, here it goes. You have just done a lot of things and have made me always uncomfortable when, like, nowadays, every time that you come into the stream, I don't know what's going to happen and how derailed it's going to get. So from here on out, unfortunately, you are now and forever banned from this channel. And if I see you in my good friends' channels, I will tell them to unfortunately ban you as well. Just because I know how you've done things in my stream, and I do not want them to go through that as well. So, with that, I say goodbye. Because, oh, and the other thing is, I actually had to change my community chat rules because of you. And even when they were changed, you still did not follow them. Oh no, 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 Ray, no. No. Ray, it was never, never about you. No. Yeah, I'm so sorry that that needed to happen. Um, I don't know why their thing is still on here, but um, yeah. So it I know his avatar character is still on here, but don't worry, he is banned. Um, he basically broke chat rules a lot of the time, and even when I changed the chat rules to make him stop, he didn't. Definitely. Yeah, and yeah, I will say, Ray, if he starts to make you uncomfortable in your streams, you can decide to ban him. I just needed to make it public because this person does have an issue with coming into people's streams and doing it. I don't know if he's done it in other streams, but if he's done it in mine, I have a high chance he has done it in others. And I just I don't want that. And I have told him multiple times to stop, and he doesn't. Um, like the first stream that he came into, he did that, and I was just like, let me just leave him. But then the second time, he pissed me off, and it is very hard to really piss me off, and he did. So yes. I actually did tell Lunori about it, and Lunori actually did come and tell. He was one of the people that came and told me that he probably should have gotten banned, and so I don't know. This is the first time I've actually ever banned somebody, so I just didn't know what to do, and I still wanted a community, and you know what? It's done. It's over with now, and I am happy. And I hope that you all are now happy to have a little bit of a safer place um, to just chat and talk about things that are not the things that he talked about. So, yeah. It's very unfortunate that I had to do that and make it public, but sometimes these kinds of people do need to be called out on their shit. Um, and I will say, Ray, I know Lunori will probably save you from him. But yeah, I will say if he goes into my other friends' streams, I probably will talk about what he did to me so that, yeah, it was necessary. Example and boundaries had to be set. Yes. I will say it's very hard for me to sometimes set boundaries just because, like, there have been people that have done that before, but usually they kind of just like once I tell them to stop, they usually stop and then never ever bring it up again. But he repeatedly did it, so he like basically repeatedly broke my rules of chat, and so yeah. Oh, gonna mix some cement. Well, actually, I might be ending up the stream here. I'm sorry that had to happen, but I hope that this will be now a much safer stream and a much more open and comfortable stream for everybody, not only for you guys but also for me, because yeah, he did give me my own stress as well. So but yeah, so Ray, I will make you into our water deity. Oh, Ray, I need to make you another outfit. You need a god. You need a god. You hold on. Let me go and show you mine. you need a god outfit. Let me go and show you mine really quickly. Nope, this axe. Wait, what? Oh no, these are that. Hold on, let me. These are not set designs yet, but here's my god one. Please, that'd be so dope. I would actually make it into an outfit. Yes, of course. I caught the conversation in the middle, but you have to do when it's right. If you wasn't complying with the rules, did well. Okay. Oh, thank you, Yuna. Thank you. It needed to be done. It really needed to be done. I know you came at I know I saw you come at the end of it. But yeah. But now we get to talk about fun things. So yeah. I'll sketch you up a god outfit. Oh wait, you know what Lunori's gonna miss? Lunori's gonna miss this. But I may or may not have done some sketches of Lunori, and he did ask me to make him a little daddy like. So I did. I mean, like, the person that did create his PNG is really great. And I actually did pull a lot of inspiration from them to create these two. Daddy. Yeah, just like, oh, so cool. You love it. Yeah. So, this is just looks really good. Yeah, these are just like sketches. I know Lunoria is not here right now, but next story time on Monday, I will show these on stream because I'm also gonna I'll show Ray. I'll try and work on your stuff. Man, I have so much to do. Let me write this all down because I have not only my work to do right after this, but also to do um he just wants me to dip my toes into a few things. Um, but yeah, so I'll do raise deity. I need to reinstall Illustrator. I'm not even gonna use. I'm gonna sketch up things with Oh yeah, with that logo design stuff. I'm gonna do it in Clip Studio. I hate Illustrator. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do it in Clip Studio to do some sketches, but then bring like the final one in as into Illustrator. Cause they're just sketches. He did send us a thing. So I'll do your deity outfit and um and prepare for next stream. Very pog art. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. We'll discuss that together after stream. Yeah, we'll discuss it after stream. What the hell? Oh, what? Now these buttons work? I have buttons on the side of my tablet, and for some reason, some days they work, but they ever since I first got this tablet, they haven't worked, and for some ungodly reason today, they finally fucking work. I appreciate and admire your creativity a lot. Thank you. That's actually what kind of got me my job. So, um, it's a tablet driver issue. Really? Okay. Well, some days it works and some days it doesn't. Okay, I don't know what that is. My Cintiq is the same. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, guys. Yeah, this has been a really short stream. But yeah, I will say, like, thank you for the people that have come in and watched. Oh, by the way, I will be checking my stream analytics after this, and I will know for certain if we have hit affiliate or not. And if we've hit affiliate, we're not going to be doing a story time. We're going to be doing an affiliate stream. And just a celebratory affiliate stream. We're close. Yes. Here, let me. I think my analytics right now is like 2. I think it's 2. No, it's actually 2.7. It's 2.7. Like 2.6. I think it says 2.67. But if anything, it's like rounded up to 7. So we so close. We almost there. But yeah, so we're really close. We're almost there. Probably definitely gonna hit it soon. If not this stream, the next stream. And I will keep you all updated and posted about certain things. Also, I will say, because I am doing a job now, I will also keep you updated and posted about if I'm going to be streaming. We are 60. You can do it. Yes, thank you, Yuna. Thank you so much. But anyways, guys, I'm going to come on over to the creator deity one. So thank you all for this little story time, and thank you all for being here. No, my sticky notes keep falling. Yeah, we'll be streaming the days that we don't work. Or like, after stream I'll do some work and stuff like that. I have a set schedule. I just have to really set it up because it is at home work. It's remote, so it's easier. And schedule. Yeah, so there will be some things that will probably be determined. And yeah. So oh yeah, Jose is gonna be debuting soon. So not only did you debut, Ray, Jose's gonna be debuting. Everyone's getting debuts. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching and for joining me on this little journey. And I shall see you all on Monday. I'm going to try and do stuff for people, but be in mind that it will take a little longer because I am doing work now. But yeah, so thank you, Yuma. Thank you, Ray, and thank you, Jose, for being in here. Oh yes, do the socials and the schedule. Thank you. But anyways, guys, I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.